All right, today we're diving into something truly fascinating. We're going to map out a profound psychic transformation, one that unfolds over a single, incredible week of dreams. And this isn't just about dream interpretation, not at all. We're about to see the alchemy of a soul happen in real time.
So let me just pose this question to you, because it really frames everything we're about to explore. What if just 1 week of your dreams could lay out the entire blueprint for your own transformation? We're going to treat this series of dreams like a universal case study, a map that leads from one state of being to another. Our journey starts right here.
So, Act 1, the architect's blueprint. Our story begins in the world of the toiler. I want you to imagine a dim, kind of smoky environment, with the dust of a construction site just hanging in the air. This is ground zero. This is the starting point for our dreamer.
So, who exactly is the toiler? Well, you can think of this archetype as that state of being where you just feel buried by the day-to-day grind. You're constantly looking for permission from someone else, and deep down you feel pretty powerless, kind of at the mercy of the road ahead. You're living in a state of reaction, not creation. But here's the thing. Right from the very first dream, we're given the core mission of this entire transit. The journey is all about moving from being at the mercy of the road, a victim of circumstance, to becoming the architect of the map, the one who consciously creates their own path. That's the destination. Now, what's so cool here is how this first vision has both the problem and the solution baked right into it. Down on the ground, the dreamer's part of the tribe, he's driving the trucks, doing the work, but then there's this incredible shift. He gets this sky view perspective. He's suddenly floating above it all, like a celestial observer, seeing the whole big picture. He sees the rails of destiny, the highways everyone travels on, and even the off-road paths of the soul's real work. It's like he's already being shown, hey, you're more than just the driver. Okay, so part 2, Trials of the Toiler. Now the real tests begin. We're still in the toiler's world, but this is where the symbolic challenges and all the frustrations of this starting point become crystal clear. This next dream is absolutely fascinating. He's campaigning, but get this, for no specific party. That's a huge sign of him moving into leadership, but entirely on his own terms. Then this unbelievable symbol appears, a newborn baby in a bag. That's the new identity, right there. It's his hidden potential, still fragile, not yet fully claimed. And then there's a bus that just won't stop rolling, even when the wheels are blocked. It's a brilliant way of showing that this mission has a kind of divine momentum all its own, something that logic and fear just can't stop. And this really shows you the core shift in consciousness. The toiler is always looking for permission, always trying to chock the wheels and stop things from moving, always complaining about loss. But the alchemist who's starting to emerge, he assumes responsibility. He recognizes that unstoppable momentum, and he learns to take that very feeling of loss and transmute it into fuel. All right, and this is where the transformation really starts to heat up. Part 3, the alchemical fire. We are now entering the crucible. The old world starts to break down, the lights flickering, and the rules. Well, the rules are starting to change.
And right here, a key symbol emerges. It's an impossible timestamp, 389. Now, this isn't a mistake. It is a powerful, powerful sign that the dreamer is entering a reality where linear time, the toiler's clock, it just doesn't apply anymore. This next dream is just a series of intense trials. He shows up late to a job according to this impossible clock. His vehicle's wheels have been stolen, symbolizing a total loss of progress. But he doesn't give up. He actually recovers them through sheer will. The journey turns into a labyrinth, just traveling in circles, going deeper. And in the distance, he sees a fire, a purifying, transformative fire. These aren't failures. They are the necessary stages of transmutation.
And then we get the pivotal moment. The dream manager, who's really a stand-in for his own higher self, delivers this one line. It's like the cord of dependency is just severed. No more looking for help, no more blaming the circumstances. The responsibility is now absolute. It is your job. Let's just circle back to that 389 idea. It's this concept of melted time. It signifies a major shift from the ticking clock of the everyday world to a more divine, opportune kind of time. See, the alchemist operates on a totally different frequency. What matters isn't being on time, but being in alignment. And with that one shift, everything changes. We're moving into Act 4, the sovereign's currency. This is the resolution phase. You can almost feel the light turning golden, right? The sovereign is beginning to rise. This next dream is like a powerful baptism. First, the dreamer is retraining on a truck, reclaiming a skill from a successful business he had in the past. He's not going backward, he's integrating an old mastery. Then, the entire scene just dissolves into a pool. This is the blending of that masculine will, the truck, with the fluid, feminine depths of emotion. And in the water, he learns to play and protect at the same time. That is a sign of true integration. And this final dream, it unfolds just like a prophecy. A mentor figure appears, the dreamer travels to the sage's world and gets a glimpse of the architecture of his own potential. And then comes the climax. He's given a gift of money that physically transmutes right in his hand, from local Australian dollars into global US dollars. It's an incredible image. And the symbolism here is just so profound. This isn't really about money, it's about the nature of value itself. The dreamer's worth is literally shifting from a local toiler's wage into a global alchemist's currency. It's a complete transfer of frequency. And this brings us to the ultimate psychological shift, and it's anchored perfectly by something that happens in his waking life. A management role he was going for is withdrawn, but he's offered a new role, training others, and he accepts, but he sets his own terms. He has moved from being the one who does the work to being the one who transmits the wisdom. So we conclude our journey by solidifying this brand new identity and then asking one final provocative question about the road that lies ahead. And so the toiler is gone. In his place now stands the sovereign. And who is the sovereign? Well, he's the one who finds his own wheels in the dark. He rescues his own inner authority from despair. And he understands how to transmute his innate local value into a currency that the entire world can understand. So, the whole journey ends with this powerful cliffhanger. The management job is gone, but it's been replaced by a mentorship role. The map has been mastered, the clock now reads 3:89. So what's next? Will he simply teach others the old ways, how to drive the old trucks? Or will he use this newfound power, this global currency, to build a vehicle the world has never even seen before? That's the question that begins the next chapter.